Let us understand in this video lesson formation of octahedral complexes from the concept of coordination compounds. In the previous video lesson we learnt about the concept of valence bond theory and we understood about the different assumptions of the theory. Now let us apply the assumptions of the theory for understanding the formation of octahedral complexes. Octahedral complexes will have coordination number as 6. The coordination number of octahedral complexes is 6. Means there will be 6 different ligands which will be donating electrons to the central metal atom or the ion in the complex, resulting in the formation of 6 coordination bond. Therefore, the number of coordination is 6. Now, let us understand this with the example of chromium. Chromium has symbol as Cr and its atomic number is 24. Its electronic configuration in the ground state is, I write, its electronic configuration of chromium in the ground state is Ar, argon, followed by 3d5 and 4s1. Remember, the configuration of chromium should be written as 3d5 and 4s1, not as 3d4 and 4s2. Here is another point of focus. All students should remember this. When we go on writing with the electronic configuration number after number, when we come to chromium, the previous electronic configuration of the element would have ended with 3d3 and 4s2. Now, keeping that in view, when we write that for chromium, it should be 3d4 and 4s2 followed by the noble gas element, namely argon. But this configuration of chromium does not exist for the reason that d orbitals, if they are half filled or completely filled, there are 5 orbitals of d. To make the d orbitals half filled, they require 5 electrons. To make the orbitals of d completely filled, they require 10 electrons. When the orbitals of d are either half filled or when completely filled, will help in maintaining the extra stability of the atom. So that being the case, what happens is that one of the 4s electron will jump to 3d energy level. Actually, when we write the Ogba principle, you will understand that 3d energy level is higher than that of 4s. So, one electron from 4s energy level will jump to 3d energy level, making the configuration as 3d5 and 4s2, and it is not 3d4 and 4s2. Okay, let us come back to our concept. The ground state electronic configuration of chromium is argon followed by 3d5 and 4s1. So, let us write its orbital structure as well. For 3d5 and 4s1, let us write the orbital structure also diagrammatically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 orbitals of 3d energy level. Each one is having 1 electron. Each orbital is having 1 electron. There are 5 orbitals of d and each orbital of D is containing one electron. Similarly, 4s orbital is also containing one electron. Now, when 4s is there, parallelly 4p orbital will also be there, but it will not be containing any electron. It will be remaining as empty orbitals. There will be presence of 4p orbitals, and as we know that orbitals of p are always 3 in number, irrespective of any shell they are present in the atom. In this case, when 4s is there, 4p will also be there, but then 4p will not contain any electrons, so the orbitals are empty. Now let us see what will happen. Chromium, when present as atom of chromium, this will be its electronic configuration, and this is how the electrons will be present in the ground state. Let us say chromium has become, atom of chromium has become chromium 3 plus ion. How can chromium atom become chromium 3 plus ion? Chromium atom, when it loses 3 electrons, it gets converted into chromium atom containing 3 positive charge, that is 3 plus ion. Its proton count now is is more by 3. So therefore we call it as Cr3 plus ion. Now let us write the electronic configuration of chromium ion. Chromium ion. Chromium, when it becomes Cr3 plus. Cr3 plus ion. Chromium 3 plus ion. That means now the chromium atom will lose 3 electrons. Which 3 electrons will the chromium atom be losing now? They will lose 4s 1 electron, 3d 2 electrons. So they will be losing 2 electrons from 3d and 1 electron from 4s. So therefore what will be its electronic configuration now? It will be argon followed by, now 2 electrons are gone. So therefore from 5, 2 is gone. So we are left with 3d3, and there will be no electrons in 4s because that also has gone with the 3 electrons. So therefore the configuration of chromium will be now argon followed by 3d3. Now let me just write its orbital diagram also to make the concept easier for you. 3d orbitals, 4s orbitals, sorry about that, let me draw it clearly. Orbitals of the 4 energy level, one is 4s and one more is a set of 3 orbitals, that is 4p orbitals. Now here when it becomes C3 plus ion, there are 3 electrons in the orbitals of D. That is shown to you. Now what is that we observe? We can see that there are 2 orbitals of D which is empty, 1 orbital of 4s which is empty, all the 3 orbitals of 4p which is empty. Now when the ligand starts approaching the chromium 3 plus ion, in order to undergo bond formation to result in a coordination complex, what will happen is they will utilize these 2 orbitals of D and this one, or I will just make a dotted line, a bigger one, this 4s orbital and all the 3 4p orbitals. Now what type of hybridization can be expected to be formed? It will undergo 2 orbitals of D. So D2, S is 1 orbital, 3 orbitals of P. D2 sp3 hybridization. All of them are empty orbitals. So they will undergo mixing up, resulting in the formation of D2 sp3 hybrid orbitals. How many hybrid orbitals will be produced? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why did I count these orbitals? The number of hybrid orbitals produced will be equal to the number of atomic orbitals undergoing hybridization. And how many atomic orbitals will undergo hybridization? This depends on the number of ligands ready to donate electrons to the central metal atom or ion in a complex. In case of formation of any coordination compound of chromium having the oxidation state as 3+, it will undergo D2 sp3 hybridization, forming 6 hybrid orbitals. Each hybrid orbital will be called by the name as D2 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Now what will happen to these 6 hybrid orbitals? I write it again on the other side of the board now. These 6 orbitals I combine and write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are these 6? These are D2 sp3 hybrid orbitals. These hybrid orbitals thus formed will contain same amount of energy. They contain same amount of energy. Now, during the process of hybridization, when the valence atomic orbitals participated, we see there are 2 orbitals of D, 1 orbital of S, that is 4s, and 3 orbitals of 4p. If we look at their energy level, 4s is having lower energy, 3d is having higher energy than that, 4p will be having higher energy than even 3d. That means when they underwent mixing up, when they underwent the process of hybridization, the involved atomic orbitals possessed difference in the amount of energies. But now, once they form the hybrid orbitals, they will contain same amount of energy. So thus we see that in this particular case, there is participation of 2 of the d orbitals. Now focus. Where are these d orbitals present? They are the orbitals of penultimate shell. Last but one shell. Now here the last shell is, valence shell is the 4th shell. We see there is participation of the orbitals of D belonging to the lower energy level, that is for the 3rd energy level. So therefore these d orbitals belong to inner d orbitals. So therefore the complex formed will be called inner orbital complex. The complex formed will be called inner orbital complex. Now let us see what will happen to this chromium ion once it accepts the ligands electrons also. How many ligands will be giving the electron? 6 ligands will be donating electrons. So once it accepts electrons, it will be having these electrons plus as well as the electrons that will be donated by the ligand, which will be undergoing overlapping with the D2sp3 hybrid orbitals. So finally, how will this be once it accepts the electrons from the ligands and drawing 3D orbitals which are containing 3 electrons. There is no change, we need to retain it as it is. Now apart from this, we need to write 6 orbitals. This one, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So these are D2sp3 hybrid orbitals. Now they will now contain the electrons donated from the ligands. So actually these are the paired electrons which are being donated by the 6 ligands. Electrons donated from 6 ligands. Each ligand donating 1 pair of electron, and these will be the lone pairs of electrons present in the ligand. So thus, in the complex formed from Cr3 plus ions, what is that? We can see that the final coordination complex that's been formed, that's in the coordination sphere, we observe presence of 3 unpaired electrons and 6 paired electrons. That means there are 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 into 2, 12 electrons plus 3, 15 electrons are present. Now in this particular case of chromium 3 plus, apart from the electrons present as per the configuration of Ar, apart from that, in the valence shell and the d orbitals that is present in the inner shell, these many electrons are present. Okay, so now this contains unpaired electrons, so therefore they will exhibit paramagnetic property. That means they will have affinity in the magnetic field. Now, any complex that will be formed by the chromium containing 3 plus oxidation state, if it undergoes D2sp3 hybridization, then they will exhibit paramagnetic property since they contain 3 unpaired electrons which are present in the d orbitals. So therefore, the coordination number here we see is 6. There are 6 ligands. Each one has donated a pair of electron, resulting in the formation of 6 coordination bond. Therefore, the coordination number is 6. In the next video, let us understand some more octahedral complexes formed by different ions.